All right, good evening. Yeah, I know my timer still had a minute, but I'm here. I'm ready. It's going to be a shorter stream. Um, had been planning on doing this much earlier in the day, and things just kept piling on top of each other and never got to it. The joys of coming back from being on the road for a little bit and getting ready to take off again. I leave Tuesday morning for yet one more trip. I'm tired of it. But the things we have to do to make a living, since this lovely thing called YouTube does not quite, like by a long shot, pay my bills and support me in the lifestyle that, I'd like to live. Hey, Z, Vernon, welcome in. Time for that. So, yeah. About that, I hate this meta. I absolutely, positively cannot stand it. I have struggled. I have cussed. I have thrown pillows, which is about as violent as I get. This is not one of those metas I like. So we're just going to jump in. We're going to do it. We're going to do a short little stream today, probably a very long one on Monday. Travel Tuesday. When I get to my hotel Tuesday, assuming the internet's good, I'll do a long one on Tuesday. Not sure about Wednesday. I've got a couple team functions I've got to do. I think I've got a team dinner Wednesday night. Thursday night I should be good. Friday I have a red eye back home. So I don't know if there'll be anything Friday. Probably not anything Saturday because I'll be asleep. So yeah, it'll be an interesting week. After that, I'm home for 2 weeks, then Vancouver. Then I'm home as far as I know the rest of the year. But yeah, so I hope everybody's doing well. I hope everybody's war season has started off good. I had a good first war. I had a good second war. The video for the second war will probably post tomorrow, maybe. I'm going to go big screen. We're going to make a little bit of change to my deck, and then we're going to jump in. One of the things I want to do, I want to try somebody out on defense, so I've got to figure out one of my champions to remove that's more or less a defender that I haven't been using. You know what? Let's remove Arcade. I don't think I've used him at all yet all season. And what I'm going to do, I've got that rank 3 Zemo. I want to try him. So basically this meta is more slimy than Mudang. Well, there's a little 3-loss streak. There's a little 4-loss streak. Now, one of those, that one that you see there that is a complete forfeit, I got an unknown error at the end of round 1. And then when I went back in, it said forfeited. I had won the first match. It just did not let me in there, which in the midst of a 4-loss streak, 2 before that, it was not a pretty happy moment for me. I was a wee bit perturbed, but it is what it is. Hey, Goda, you didn't just wait. You thought he looked bad there? Wait for the next one. Just wait for the next one. I made everybody look bad in the next one, except for one champion. There's one champion in there that looks like he is the best defender of all time, and he's not. I just made him look that way. So yeah, that's kind of the plan. We're gonna jump in here. We're gonna play some. Like I said, I don't like the meta, but sometimes that is the way. I'm at 110 points. When I got done streaming, the last time I did stream, I was at 135. So I did drop a bunch. I did crawl back up and climb back into it a little bit with 4 in a row. But I don't feel good about this meta. I don't know about you guys. On paper, those two things don't look bad. But in actuality, for me, it is bad. Speaking of which, see if I post my first MCOC. Oh, cool! It's just Null versus a solo raid champ. Hey, you know what? You start somewhere. I started with Alliance War videos, and well, I probably should have stayed there. I hope you like the intro to the most recent one. I put a little bit of time into it. I put a little thought. There's more that I want to do. I'm just trying to, and the whole reason I got into streaming and doing videos is so I could learn some of the video editing stuff, some of the, stuff I didn't really know. I've always loved computers. I've always loved tinkering around. I always loved learning new things. So that's why I did it. And on the most recent video, I started playing around with some more things. It's nothing, studio quality, but it's just getting me to the point where, I want to try different things. That's basically it. All right, who are we getting rid of here? Who do we not want to face? Let's take that out. I don't want him to have her or have him. You know what? I should leave Hulk in there. Let's take Enchantress out. I don't have her in my deck. And let's take out Cassandra Nova. We'll take those three. Let's go. I hate drafting MODOK first because that gives him the whole time to come up with a counter. Not that there's a lot of counters that are real easy for her, but it does give him the full time. Yeah, I know he's got Leader over there. Leader will make short work of one of those. Not saying which one, but whoever he takes her against, he'll make short work of it. It just is what it is. Not a whole much you can do. Hey, Andy. Not much you can do. You can't defend against everybody. Okay, sorry, I was reading a message that came over. All right, there we go. That's what I was kind of looking for. Now, who do we want with the last here? Let's go there. You never know. You never know. Hey, Morgan, what's up? I was struggling in Arcane, the previous meta. Then as soon as the meta changed, I was I'm glad you were. It's the fun thing about this game. There are some metas that suit people very, very well, and there are some that, they just struggle with. And I struggle with this meta for some reason. It may be my champion choice. It may be what I'm trying to do. It may be how I'm trying to play. I just struggle. So here we go with speaking of struggles. Oops, missed the parry. I still don't have the best timing down on that parry. Got that one down though. Wasn't the best. So far, my wars for this new alliance have gone well. Current war only died one time because I never used Danny for Elena. Got her 9%. Hey, there you go. That's special too. If you watch my video, I sit there and say I don't push her to a special 2 in war because I don't trust myself on the decks. I think it's because I don't have to ban Cole, Serpent, Dark Phoenix this meta. So yeah, that can do it. That can do it. And it's just, I put it in the Alliance chat. I think part of my problem is I like champions that have buffs. A lot of my champions I ranked up, a lot of my favorite champions, all have buffs. And, you know, you just can't really use champions with buffs. This will be a throw. This will most likely be a throw. Now we're gonna say just for poops and giggles, as they would say, with a different word, that Kindred in this instance is going to be a slightly better defender. And I kind of wanted him to throw one special one there. Because this is going to end up being probably full yellow bar. Because I can do nothing about his regen rate. Except for take hits and a block. I did not want to do that. He's going to regen the whole way back up. Would you throw your flippin' special without making me dex? Jesus. That's why I do not like this meta. If they don't throw their specials and you have to start playing the dex game, you've already lost. Well, we got him down 20%. Oh, 17%. I think we lose. What do you think? I think we lose. Hey, Sai, what's going on? Now he's going to go onslaught. Do we do a mirror match and see who does it better? I'm going to hope he just screws up the timing at the end. That's all I can do. That's all I can do. That's all I can do. This is probably a loss. The first round was good, but this is the issue I've had all along. I don't know. It's probably my draft strategy. Hey, Debo, what's going on, my friend? Come on, come on, come on. I don't have all day. Shit. Or it could be the fact that I do stupid stuff like, oh, I don't know, forget the dex when he has crushed. Yeah, he's got me beat here. Unless my friend Kindred did something phenomenal. He did. Kindred did it. There you go. There you go. What, you know, Kindred for the win. Hey, Zod, what's going on? Well, we're 1-0, and we're stopping right there. That's it for the day, boys. Thank you. Peace out. Did you see the first round, though, Zod? Zod. Let me show you something. BGs and YouTube ads will give you brain damage. And if you watch my channel, unfortunately, you get both. Even though I turn them off, YouTube just likes to run ads. That's all there is to it. Nothing you can do about it. You either pay YouTube Premium or you get ads. Even if the streamer says, no ads, please do not run ads on my stream. Please do not. Please do not. Hey, we're going to get ads. Oh, I will. I've seen you doing that, so I planned on doing that when I was done here. Who do we want to get rid of next? Who do we not want to fight? You know what? That's a rank 4. That's a rank 4 there. Let's get rid of him. Mine's rank 3. I don't. That Kush fight was flawless. Thank you. It was decent. I enjoyed it. You know what? We're going there. Although, like I said the last round, the problem with drafting like Serpent or a good defender first is it gives them all these rounds to come up with a defender for it. So, you know, you do what you got to do. Mysterium won yesterday, 260 point now. Marcane 100. Oof. Yeah, Charles, I've been there. In fact, I've been there way too many times in this lovely game. Not my favorite champion to use in this meta with Shathra, but sometimes you just got to do what you got to do. Okay. We'll see how the defense holds up here. I've got counters. I just don't know how the defense is going to hold up. Let's start. Let's just find out. Let's go with Nick Fury. I figured I'd see a MODOK. Well, let's go Gene. I should be able to do okay with Gene here. I just have to remember parry heavy when the stupid steadfast, or whatever that his buff is called. So it's just going to be a lot of parry heavy, just to be safe. Perfect. Not perfect! Why did you... Why come at me with a light attack, you big old dummy? See, what did I tell myself? Parry heavy when the steadfast buff is there. Gene is not my preferred counter for this fight, especially when he's being frickin' passive. Dude! I will get to that here in a minute. Let's do this. Hey, Mr. Lee Boyce, thank you for the sub. Or the re-up, or whatever you want to call it. Yeah, coming at me with a light attack. Just keep doing that, my friend. Just keep that crap up. Yeah, I'm not doing any damage to this guy because, well, you know, it's just that way. Wow, man, I've done nothing. Oh, there we go. There's a little something. Yeah. That wasn't good. I could have tried Serpent there, but no. No. We're going to have Mirror Serpent matches. Mine's a little bit stronger. And then I will throw Kindred down on defense. Okay, he's putting Medusa down. Huh. Okay, didn't expect that one. Well, let's give him Kindred. Kind of screwed up there. Okay. This will be a loss. Me screwed up. So you know what? We're just going to do this. Shoot. Why did I try that? Why did I try that? I tried to do a medium heavy. You can't do that in Battlegrounds. I doubt this will work. But we're going to keep trying it. It sucks that, you know, if she gets that during the attack itself. Well, I just gave him a heal. Oh well, I'll just go to parry heavy. Let's do special threes. Maybe I get lucky. I doubt it. I had counters for everything. And then the counter I was going to use for Medusa here, I put down on defense. But thank you, Lee. Oops. I need to turn the confetti on. That's for Lee. That is definitely not this fight. That's fun. And that is this meta to me right there. Win 15, lose 15. I really don't give a rat's rump. I am hating this meta with an absolute passion. It's just... I think part of my problem is I'm ending up, and there's the gifted. Thank you, Lee. Part of my problem is I end up having to deck so much debate specials that it just, I can't keep debuffs up enough, and it's just becoming painful. we're going to keep plugging away at it. You know, I often struggle early on. The problem is right now I have to get I have to get 200 points by Wednesday. I don't have to. I've got more radiance than I care to think about. I want to get 200 points by Wednesday. If I don't, it's not the end of the world. It's just not. It's just not my meta. Yeah. Of course he gets a Warlock. Why wouldn't you get Warlock when, you know... At least the Gators beat the Longhorns. That they did. And poor Arch Manning ain't living up to the hype. What did he have? Did he finish with just the 2 interceptions? Or did he end up with 3? Let's see, for Andy, it's 5 hours. Yeah, it'll be Sunday. Pulled both Nico and Basti. Ooh, there's some good luck. Let's do this for you. You know what? I have way too many attackers. Have no idea. Well, join the crowd, man. We're going to go Bastion here. Simply because he's got that Jean Grey with the reverse controls, which I figured he was going to put there, but pulled a Cassandra Nova. She's not bad. She's different. She can do some good stuff when you learn how to play her. You know what? I'm just going to do this. I know it's dumb. But can't afford to keep dexing everything. Got a dex there because of the crushed. Would you quit throwing frickin' specials? And then I dex wrong because I'm angry. See, when you don't want them to throw a special, they do. When you want them to, they don't. Bastion just doesn't have it for this meta. I've got to take him out of the deck. I mean, there is nothing, because this is one of his ideal matchups, and as you can see, I mean, I can't do anything to him. You know what? I'm just going to let him hit me in the face. Where's my regen? Oh, that's right. Buffet took it. And you know what? Let's just do another one. Because, you know, why the hell not? Can we do another one? And then I get a parry. You notice the parry didn't work. This is so much fun. And now he's going to sit there and turtle. No. Jesus criminies, man. What are you going to do there? Bastion's leaving the deck after this. I mean, what could I do there? Makes me mad. Makes me very, 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 very mad. So we replace Bastion. Who do we replace Bastion with? I love it when I get a double pause. No, I am not dexing at all. Ever. Why isn't in your deck? You know, it's that's the one thing that he is missing that a lot of tech champions have is a way to prevent healing. He's got some things he can do for healing. Now, what I don't understand, and maybe it's just me, against mutants, whenever the opponent gains a regeneration or prowess effect, all of Bastion's personal abilities are paused. I don't ever see them paused. Granted, my SIG isn't real high on them, and maybe that's why. It's a very short pause, but you would think against regen, he would have some huge damage on his spells. He just doesn't. And it's sad. It makes me sad. So he's just going to go to one of those Alliance War champions, which is fine. Now we got a problem, though. If he knows how to lead her, I'm toast. Because I got to go there. He's going to put Serpent down. Or not. Taking this a little slower, playing it safe, playing it smart, not dexing a lot. And there we go. All right. I hate removing rank 4 champions. But it's the same thing I had to do with Future Ant-Man. He's not very good for this meta. Bash, you don't have to go sit there. Who's good? Who are people really, really liking to use on attack in this meta? You know what? Let's bring Warlock in. He can shut off the heals. Maybe that's the way we go. Maybe. I got to look at something here real quick. Okay. Let's go ahead and queue up another. No, Venom gets too many buffs. And isn't a guarantee bleed. You know, if he could stack a lot of bleeds, then yeah. And granted, you could probably special one and Om-Nom the regen. I fear that one. I have enough trouble in this meta. I don't need them just healing every 7 seconds like a madman. I'm going to say something else, but I bit my tongue. That's a rank 4 Sig 200 Voidykins. Not going to happen. That's a rank 4 Sig 200. That's not going to happen either. Sauron may go. Sauron is a tricky good defender because you need a heal block for him. You know what? Because you cannot... He's kind of like Sinister. You cannot reduce his regen. Let's go there.
I'm sorry! No! 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 Why?
You just can't make this crap up in this game. I know. First champion. Let's see. He did have a thing. He had a torch. Oh, he's not going to get torch. Gets torch right away. Nair fails. Yeah, I know Ironheart trashes him normally, but I can't stop the healing. I could stack 10,000 debuffs on there, but you can't stop the healing. So, typically that would be the case. I'm going to try this. I'm not good at this fight, by the way. I queued him up a juggy fight. But at least I don't have to fight Captain Britain, which was kind of what I was, in a way, hoping for. But I'm probably going to get put to sleep here before the... Oh, no, I didn't. Oh, come on. If that stopped at 1%, I was going to be so mad. Rank 3, Okoye doesn't take them there. So glad I took her to rank 4. Rank 3, she doesn't take them. Not without a little bit of trouble. And I don't have the spacing down with her to counter the special 1, the heavy, the special 2, any of it. So I go sleepy sleepy. Hey, Victor. I agree. She's kind of good. Zemo. I'm telling you, don't sleep on Zemo. Zode, I'm gonna have a couple Zemo uploads here, or screenshots to upload. Yeah, I just pulled her on the mini. I'm gonna wait until the second round of compensation comes out, in case I get her there. But then I'm gonna throw, because I've only got one awakening gem on that account. I've got a skilled gem on that account. I'll throw it on her. Throw some SIGs in, take her to rank 4, and she'll be the next rank 4 in that account. I was debating there whether I was going to do Jean Grey versus Yelena or Sinister. I think Sinister works just a little bit better. Less to worry about. Less dexing I have to do. I can take everything into block. Helps me build power. Helps me build bleeds. Just less I have to worry about. So we're going to do this. This is the way we do Sinister versus Yelena. Okay, now. That worked. I was hoping for more hits than that, but we'll take it. All right, there's a pause. And you know what we're going to do when we knock her down? We're going to pause again. Because I don't care if she hits me. That's just power for the power meter. We can do that. Do this. Pause. Striker. Pause. Special 1. Pause it. And dead. I think he gave up. I'm not sure. But by the 8 seconds there, I think he gave up. GG's, Don King. Hope you and your hair do okay the rest of the night. Look at that. We're back up to where we were when we ended the last stream. It only took me 20 matches to get back there. Something like that. Got to grab a couple screenshots here real quick, though. Not in that one. Or was it in that? No, it wasn't in that one. Must have been this one here. Where's my first match of the night? Yeah, that was it. Was that it? Was that all that I had of him? I don't think I used him here. No. Okay. There's a couple screenshots for the Zemo collection. Yeah, Sinister. I've got 3 champions I really like to use against Yelena. Sinister, Jean, and Ironheart. Hey, Ice! Whoops, wrong one. Wrong button. There we go. Welcome in. It's going. It's not this meta. Love-hate relationship with it. When you get the draft, I love it. When I don't get the draft, I can't frickin' stand it. And that's 99% of the time. So I have a large I can't stand it feeling towards this meta. I think I've got counters for Thing and Rocky there, so we're going to find out. We're going to find out. Man, can I have all 5 of those and just call it a draft, please? Mike said he's going all in on Dracula. He is going so deep for Dracula, it's not even funny. I don't know if that's the case, but... Oh, you don't want the cosmetic? You don't want the first appearance? I want cosmetics in the game, but that's not the cosmetics I want. Okay, we did get him. Do I have enough attackers? Attack. I can use her for attack. I can use her for attack. I can use her for attack if need be. You know what? Let's go Warlock instead of Photon. Yeah, I don't know what I'm going to classify myself as anymore. I haven't spent much at all lately. Okay, I'm going to have to do something I really don't want to do. But I've got to do something here that going to force his hand into something, I hope. Okay, well, that just changed everything. Everything that we knew just got changed right there. I'm just going to go here. I think he crashed out, maybe. Yeah, he must have crashed. I feel bad. Maybe he's just letting it run. There are whales, and there are people like Usopp and Enzo who are Moby Dick. They're ridiculous, but I admire them. You know, they keep this game running. I don't know if you read the post from Crash. I thought it was very, very good, by the way. Well, that pushed him to his. That did push to a special two. Perfect. Boom. Dead. No, never read that. What did? It talked about why they've had to shift their focus to bigger sales. It was a lot of the stuff that goes unsaid behind the scenes. Basically, he said for the first several years of the contest, where they made their money, where the revenue came in, was from consumables. Basically. To boil it down, it was basically people would have to buy, unit packs to buy revives, energy, things like that to get through some of the content. As the content and as people started complaining that the content was too hard, they reduced the difficulty of like the story quest and things like that to allow people to progress further, faster in the game. What that did in turn was made it so that consumables were no longer being purchased. From Alliance Quest, Alliance War, all that, act content, monthly event quest, all of that. Basically, consumables income dropped to zero. And then, so they started having to introduce sales to make that income up. He said in there the team knew it would end up being a cycle that they would be very hard pressed to break, where you do a sale, the sale goes well, then you have to do another sale, and then another sale, and another. And that's kind of the cycle they're in now. They're introducing consumables to hopefully give another revenue and income stream so that they don't have to basically sell champions every time they come out for $600. Yeah, I think he crashed. But yeah, definitely worth a read. I commend Crash. Crash got a lot of grief not too long ago. And I'm going to get on my soapbox here. Crash is a great guy. He is a great individual. I have spoken with him. I was in an alliance with him for a while. I have chatted with him in Discord. I have chatted with him online. I don't know him personally, incredibly well. I know enough to know the type of person he is. He goes above and beyond. He got fried on a post. Hey, thank you for the follow, WV Sparacio. Thank you for the follow. He got absolutely flamed. Not this post, but I think the previous one he did, and it hurt him. I mean, it hurt him personally because they basically accused him of being the whole reason that the game sucks. That before he took over, game was great. He took over, everything sucked since then. Crashed isn't, he's the lead game designer. He's not the producer. He's not the business person behind it. They come to him and say, hey, we need this, and he has to come up with a way of doing it, basically. But he would give you the shirt off his back. He has probably... He's never come out and said it, but my guess is his work week is longer than 40 hours a week. Let's just put it that way. My guess is he's working 60, 80, 100 hours a week to try and make this game the best it absolutely can be. And I hate... One of the many things I do not like about this community, well, not many things, one of the few things I do not like about this community is they flame the messenger. They will personally send personal attacks after the messenger. You can hate the game. Don't hate the people behind it. It's hard work doing what they do. They're not the money behind it. That's Kabam, that's Netmarble. These guys are told what they can and cannot do. It's an IP, so you have to. Okay, Nat, go away. Got a stupid one last gnat I haven't been able to kill in my office, and it keeps flying around my face. It's... And now he's on my hand. Anyway, I don't like that. Same thing, believe it or not, if you read the lovely Discord and the forums and all that at all, Kabam Vincent got on there at the end and made just a little Vincent comment, just joking around, and people trashed him for that. Basically accused him of all the toxicity that's out there. Yeah, he did. Crash knew it. His bosses knew it. His bosses told him not to do it, but Crash wanted to be transparent. He wanted to open the curtain and let people see. He had faith in the people that if he let them see behind the curtain and understand what was going on, they'd appreciate it. Now, I'm the same way. One of the things I put in the Discord for CCP not too long ago was I wanted more of that. I wanted them to at least communicate with the content creators that are in there, so that we can be the voice of the community. I feel like I know the 50 to 100 that show up on my live streams all the time. Abdo knows his, Lefty knows his, Nick knows his, Legacy knows his, Andy knows his. We all have these different people. A lot of them are the same, but use us as a sounding board. Don't put something live drastically changing things, drastically changing stuff without just putting a feeler out there saying, hey guys, how would you feel about this? I don't know. It's just one of those things. I do not like where the community is right at the moment. It is, as Andy said, it is way too toxic. There are people in the community that are mad primarily because they were told they should be mad. And that's the best way I can put it. Do I want to do this? I'm going to open the can of worms. I'm going to go to the Spider-Woman nerf. Why are you mad? Are you mad because you watched a video and somebody said you should be mad? Or are you mad because it will drastically alter the way you view Spider-Woman? Are you mad because you've seen other people be mad, therefore you think you should be mad? You're mad because I'm mad. Well, thank you, Venom. I appreciate that. I'm not mad. Are you mad because people told you should be mad? Or are you mad because it drastically altered a champion you ranked up and loved? Sorry. That's what I want you to think about. That's... that is where the community's at. A lot of people in the community are actually harmful for the game. They want to keep the game. Yeah, and as a YouTuber, you do things from time to time because it gets views. I'm guilty of it as much as the next person. I don't do a lot of negative stuff. I said it. I talked about it the other night. I made a post when I left for Loki, or when I was kicked, or whatever you want to say that it was. Part of it was because I didn't want to answer it 90,000 times in my chats and on videos and things like that, because that was a large part of how my channel came about, was because I had that tag. The other part was I wanted views, and I knew it would get views. At the same time, I didn't trash anybody in it, so it was all on the up and up. But part of it was because I wanted views. I think people were mad because the wording of the jest, but yeah, I agree with that. The wording wasn't great. I'm not mad about the nerf at all. I just don't. Okay, I'm mad because I ranked her for utility and AAR. Yeah, well, I wish they would never put out anything with AAR. That is an incredibly powerful and dangerous thing to introduce. Yeah, there are champions with it. I'm going to compare it. Domino and Spider-Woman. Speaking of Domino, there she is. Domino and Spider-Woman. Both have random ability accuracy reduction. Everybody hates Domino. Oh boy. I'm kind of screwed here on... No, I'm not. Yeah, to me, I hate these 30% things. Hey, Mr. King Shark, welcome in. I hate random. Some fights that 30% ends up being 530%. Kind of like the 7% evade on Black Widow. Sometimes when you fight her, she is evading every single hit. It just is what it is from time to time. I don't know. I was trying to do that without dexing. You know that, right? Holy crap, how did she get 18 already? What the flip? Oops, missed the timing there. That's all right. Now we can actually start doing some damage. I don't expect to get her down. I don't expect to win this round. I'm just blocking because, I don't want her to heal up anymore. Fine, Fine. I don't think this will end very well for me. Of course she throws it right away. Okay. That's kind of what I expected there. I didn't want to fight Onslaught. I did not have a real good Onslaught counter. He had Yelena counters. Best I could do. And now... it'll come down to round 3. I don't know if what I'm planning is going to work. I did want to get rid of that Makoya. There we go. That's the person's name I'm looking for. Throw your special, please. No, fine, be that way. Come on, chick. Would you throw a special one? Golly. Sometimes. You know, if this game wants to be this way, I may end up losing this round. There we are. Hey, she threw one right away. And that's 2 right away. You know, it's nice when I can get a special 2 off. All right, get the special 1. Hopefully she throws... Oh, don't need to worry about her throwing 1. Okay. That should be a win there. I may have food coming in here. I have food coming in here. Hold on. Hold on. Let me do... Where did it go? Where did it go? Where did it go? There it is. Okay. Wow, you went over to Retail Drive.
Yeah, she managed the good berries. He's spoiled forever. He's never going to go anywhere else.
That good, huh?
And he was like, oh my gosh, this is incredible. Got one of their 5 candy bar
Oh, yeah.
mix
ends.
things.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was in 7th.
Well, good. All right. So that's a win there. Let's see if we can get this. He did an incredible job. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. 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 I'll tell her you said hi, Walrus. Now is where we've got an issue. I think I've got to go here for... Yeah, I got to go there. Just really isn't anything else I can do. I think I'm still going to go Warlock here. I just got to hope Spider-Woman does some Spider-Woman stuff. I was thinking about doing... Why did you have to throw that right there? Dude. This isn't going to be a fast fight. I just gotta, like I said, I gotta hope Spider-Woman does some Spider-Woman type things. I gotta throw a special 1 too, I think. I got to do something because the safeguard is coming into play here. Problem with that is you lose hits on the hit counter. Yeah, I got to go. I may lose. Very, very good possibility I lose this. I've taken some damage. Okay. We don't lose it. We don't lose it.
Oh my God! What a masterpiece!
Dinner time. Safeguards. Yeah, it does. Well, look at that. Look at that. For a meta I don't like. Ooh, that was salty. What is that, Chinese? No, 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 no. Somebody in the chat, inform my British friend what that is. You don't know what you're missing. There you go, Chick-fil-A. All right. I said this was going to be a quick stream, and well, you know, dinner's here. And instead of sitting here eating the whole thing in front of you, I'm not going to do it. Let's go raid Ace. I'll be back. I won't be back tonight. I'll be back with a war video tomorrow. Be back on Monday. Monday for a full stream. Full, and maybe longer than full. Thank you. Big shout out. Big shout out to Ice. Big shout out, even bigger, to the GOAT, Mr. Lee Boyce, for not only renewing his sub, but for also giving a gifted away. Thank you all. Thank you all for watching. Go check out the war video. Let me know what you think of the intro. Like I said, it's not, you know, Hollywood quality. I think it's the best one I've done. Really interested in getting some feedback on it, what you guys like, what you don't. I'm trying to get a little bit better on my video quality, my video production and stuff like that. Need some help. Need some things to look at. Fly, Commanders, fly. Got it. Thank you, Walrus. Sorry, Zode. You missed all. You were here, then you left, now you're back, and I'm gone. Just go watch Ace. We'll talk over there. I've got dinner to eat. It just showed up here, so have a good night. We'll see you guys tomorrow in a war video, hopefully, if everything gets done. If not, I will see you guys on Monday. And until then, everyone have a great rest of your weekend. Love ya. Mean it. Take care, all.